was a cool thing to do. All right, thanks so much for tuning in to the Money Mindshift, How Rich People Think. I'm your host, ERG, Certified Financial Educator, and we are going through the book, How Rich People Think by Steve Sibo. Steve, I better get my check. I need to get that affiliate marketing thing taken care of. No, I guess that's my goal of the day. So here's the deal. We're going through this book, man, 15 minutes each and every day to change the way that we think. If you want to have rich results in your life, then you got to have rich thinking. Wealth begins in the mind. And repeat that again. Wealth begins in the mind. You must be wealthy in your mind long before you're wealthy in your wallet. Now, here's the deal. People ask me, they say, hey, ERGJ, I'm a certified financial educator. They want to know, how did I go from being a financial zero to being a financial hero? And then I give them this answer. I read. And they just can't believe, like, oh, it's just that simple. Yes, it is that simple. And then I tell them, hey, why don't you read this book? And guess what? They simply won't read it. They might buy the book, but they won't read it. And I want to tell you guys that the book that you don't read won't help. Think about it. People start their New Year's resolution. They'll say, hey, I want to get out of debt. But they read nothing financial, nothing about money. They don't even take the time to do it. It makes no sense. But here's the deal. I realize that people simply won't change until they're ready. So I decided to create this show where I can actually help you and read with you, right along with you. And hopefully it'll change your life. So I know you don't have a lot of time. I don't have a lot of time. So let's get started. How Rich People Think, day number 24. Middle class believes rich people are smarter. The world class believe rich people are more savvy. The middle class believes rich people are smarter. The world class believes rich people are more savvy. Human intelligence is one of the most misunderstood subjects. Years ago, the brightest academics agreed that intelligence could be identified and measured in a quotient, which is why many of us took IQ tests in school. I'm not that old. Maybe some of you guys are. I'm not quite sure. I didn't have to take an IQ test. What these tests actually measure is a person's ability to memorize and recall information, most of which can now be found in seconds on the internet. So if you guys notice, I know for me, I realized that the way that I got through high school and college, or high school, like with straight A's, is because I had a photographic memory. Yeah, you can listen to the recording. But that I had a photographic memory. All I had to do was just watch what the teacher wrote up on the board, memorize it, come home, memorize it, and then I could pass a test. And I thought, you got good A's and good grades doing that, but it was like not applicable necessarily to my life, because you can't memorize life because life is going to come at you with something new all the time. But I was great in school because I could memorize. But then once I got out of school and I had to start, you do critical thinking, I had to start coming up with new ideas. I had to create things for myself. I found a little bit of a difficulty transitioning from where all I had to do was memorize something to now I had to actually create and do something. So the human brain is far more complex than any written test can measure. Intelligence is the product of logical, emotional, and spiritual talents and skills that are difficult to quantify. The question we should be asking is not, how smart are you? But instead, how are you smart? Again, the question we should be asking is not how smart are you, but how are you smart? And I think that's a great question for me to ask you today. How are you smart? What makes you smart? How are you smart? And now here's the deal. Like, I believe that each and every one of us is a 10 in some area. Let me repeat that again. Each and every one of us is a 10 in some area. And I believe that if you figure out where you're a 10 at and you bring that to the world, that you can get rich. That's right. I believe if you bring your 10 to the world, that you can get rich. Now, some people have a problem talking about being rich. And I want to tell you, and I have to clarify this every time I do a show, I want you to be rich, not because of the money. I want you to be rich because what the money can do. The money, it can send your child to college debt-free. The money can make sure you have a home with no mortgage. The money can make sure that you have a car with no payment. The money can finance your future. The money, it can help you accomplish your mission. It's not about the money. It's about the mission. Some people are good memorizing facts and figures, which helps them excel in the classroom. Others possess physical prowess, which makes them good athletes. And some have a natural ability to connect with others on an emotional and spiritual level, which helps them forge and maintain healthy relationships. So again, the question is, how are you smart? Then there's a segment of society that has a talent for making money. Some of these people were born with a natural gift, but the majority learned the skill by following the example of another rich person and modeling his or her beliefs, philosophies, and behaviors. You will become like the four closest people that you hang out with. If you hang out with 4 broke people, guess who's going to be the 5th one? If you hang out with 4 rich people, guess who's going to be the next one? Choose your associations wisely. And if you want to be rich, if you want to be wealthy, you want to be successful, whatever it is that you want to be, you got to find someone that's already doing it and just do what they do. It really is just that simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. They're more savvy about money because they follow a plan of action, not because they are more intelligent. Everyone is smart in some way. The secret to getting rich is getting inside the minds of people who are already rich and finding out how and what they think and believe about money. The only person who can teach you how to think like a millionaire is a millionaire. You know what? I think sometimes in life, we just complicate things, right? We want it to be some mystical, some magical journey. We wanted it to be all these things other than what it is. The only person that can teach you to be a millionaire or think like a millionaire is a millionaire. If the key to building wealth and it was excellent grades in school, every summa cum laude college graduate will be rich. And we know that's not true, right? We know everyone that was the valedictorian, everyone that is the summa cum laude, they're not rich. So the secret to getting rich is not necessarily, the key is not necessarily having straight A's. I mean, it helps you further along when you get out of college, I hope, I guess. But it doesn't necessarily put you in the category of being super uber wealthy, because we know plenty of wealthy people that don't even have a college degree. Just saying, we know that, we see that. So there's something different. Amassing money has more to do with street smart savvy than your ability to memorize information and excel on exams. Now, how many of you guys know some people who are book smart but aren't street smart? Like, they've been to business school, they know what the books say about business, but they have never done business and they don't know how to deal with people. They got all of the book sense, they got all of the logic, they got all of the algorithms and all that stuff in their head, but for some reason they can't find a way to connect with people. I think that there is a big, I don't know, I won't take someone that's street smart over book smart any day as it relates to my organization. Why? They know how to deal with people. They have a pulse on what's going on in the streets. And guess what? The people that buy your services typically are the people that's in the streets. It's not the people that's in the corporate office. It's not the, you know what I mean? Like, it's the regular people. And we got to be, if you want to appeal to the masses. Now, why did I say that? Because again, if you want to get rich, you got to serve more people, solve more problems. Where are the most people? Where is the crowd? The crowd is in the streets, right? The crowd is in the streets. The crowd isn't in the high rise. The crowd is in the streets. So let me give you an example, because maybe I got to give you an example today. I'm just going to be generous today. So when I thought about the classes that I offer, I do of course, you don't know, I'm a certified financial educator. And one of the things that I teach is people about the stock market. So, I do a class called Stock Market 101, right? And that is for beginners. And then once I do this class, people are like, hey, can you do an intermediate class? Can you do an advanced class? I want to learn this, and this. And I'm like, no. Why? Because I know that there's going to be 80% of the people are going to be beginners. Never bought a stock, don't know what a stock table is. So why do I need to leave that field of the 80%ers of the crowd, of the people that's in the street to try and get like 5 people that want to go to the next level? And here's the deal. If you get one-on-one, you're going to be engaged enough to go get the rest of the stuff that you need on your own. I've already taught you how to fish. You're going to go fish. You see that? You see my mindset? I'm thinking about the masses. The masses need 101. The few need 102. Let me repeat that again, because it doesn't just apply to what I do. It applies to what you do as well. The masses need 101. It's only a few that need 102. So as you think about whatever it is that you do, your business, your job, whatever it is, and you're saying, I want to be rich, I want to serve more people and I want to solve more problems. Think about McDonald's. McDonald's say, hey, the masses just want a hamburger. It's only the few that want a salad. Think about it. I don't know if this is making sense. If this is making sense to you, serve the masses. Put that in the comments below. Serve the masses. Focus on serving the masses. Now, you can specialize in some stuff. I get it. But what I want you to do is keep it simple and serve the masses. Put that in the comments below. Serve the masses. So as you think about whatever it is that you do, think about the thing that's going to serve the most people. You can still have your other products and services, your other niche stuff that's going to help those few, those few people that want to nick and nag and do all this stuff. But at the end of the day, it's the masses that's going to make you rich. It's the masses. So that's where I focus. I consider it, we call it in my world, the low-hanging fruit. This is the low-hanging fruit. This is where I'm going to spend most of my time. This is where I'm going to spend most of my energy. This is where I'm going to create my products and services around the low-hanging fruit. I hope that helped. Let me get back to the book. Y'all get me off track. Getting well informed about earnings and investing money will have more impact on your net worth than anything else. Getting well informed about earning and investing money will have more impact on your net worth than anything else. Thank you so much, Mr. Sims, for participating. Nobody else wanted to write that in the comments. That's okay. I know it's Monday. You guys are still warming up. Now, here's your quote of the day. Wealth is not a matter of intelligence. It's a matter of inspiration. Wealth is not a matter of intelligence. It's a matter of inspiration. That's by Jim Rohn. So here's your critical thinking question of the day. How savvy are you when it comes to money? How savvy are you when it comes to money? Now, we understand that the masses, they think from a linear standpoint, they think of trading their time for money. We understand that the wealthy, they find ways to make their money work for them. And obviously they've learned that. And so how savvy are you when it comes to money? How savvy are you when it comes to doing deals? How savvy are you when it comes to negotiating? How savvy are you when it comes to putting your product or service out into the world? How savvy are you when it comes to money? And you got to ask yourself, if I had to choose between a smart person and a savvy person to help you grow your very own business, who are you going to choose? Ghostbusters. I'm taking a savvy person. I'm taking the person that knows how to maneuver. I'm taking a person that's flexible in their ways. I'm taking a person that has a pulse on the people. It's great to be smart, but I think it's better to be savvy. Woo! That give me some chills. Savvy. I don't know. Here's the deal. Here's your action step of the day. Find a millionaire mentor that can coach you about money. Find a millionaire mentor that can coach you about money. Now, I know it may not be easy to find, right? But we got millionaires that are next door. And if you can't necessarily reach out and grab and touch them, what you can do is you can pick up their books. I found a millionaire mentor named Warren Buffett. And guess what? I go to the library. I get everything that has anything to do with Warren Buffett, and I read it. And I'd be hanging out with Warren Buffett all day long. Hey, Buffett, what do you got to think about this? Oh, that's what you say about it. Oh, Buffett, what do you think about this? Oh, that's what you say about it. Oh, Buffett, you said don't mess with the airlines. Okay, I'm not messing with airlines. Okay, what do I need to mess with, Buffett? Oh, invest what I understand. Okay, let me figure out what I understand. Okay, invest for the long term. Okay, I need to think 10 years out. Okay, Mr. Buffett, what else do you say? Mr. Buffett, Mr. Buffett, Mr. Buffett. And guess what Mr. Buffett says? He says, you can come to me anytime that you want, and it only takes 15 minutes a day. Again, guys, I tell people all the time, if you want to get out of debt, if you want to take your finances to the next level, become a reader. Whether it's reading by book or listening by audio book or whatever it is, acquire knowledge. It's the book that you don't read that won't help. And we know that rich people, wealthy people, they have big libraries, and poor people have big televisions. So you got to ask yourself, if I want to be rich, if I want to be wealthy, if I want to be successful, am I willing to do what rich, wealthy, successful people do? 15 minutes a day can change your life. Wealth is in the mind. If you want your life to be rich, then you must put rich things into your membrane. And we're going through how rich people think. And today we went through day number 24, which basically said the middle class believe that the rich people are smarter. The world class believe rich people are more savvy. And you got to figure out for yourself, do you think rich people are smarter than you? I don't think so. I think they're just more savvy. When I look at someone like Grant Cardone, he's just more savvy than I am. But guess what? I can increase my level of savviness, whatever. I don't know if that's a word or not, but I can increase that if I just follow and learn from what Grant Cardone does, or whoever it is that is your millionaire mentor. Find a millionaire mentor today. Get the books, get the tapes, and infuse yourself with what it is they have to say. And I can guarantee you that your financial life will change. Well, I'm ERGJ, certified financial educator, here with Money Mindshift, How Rich People Think. Get the book. Read the book. If not, guess what? We'll be here tomorrow, Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. So I'll be here tomorrow. And the question is, will you?